Hey, welcome back to Shasta Speaks. Y'all, them girls from Real Housewives of Atlanta is back. We finally got season 16, Sweet 16, and the peaches are back in the building. We got some old, we got some new, and then we got some mess. We got some mess. Because how y'all gonna still have these scenes with Kenya in there, but then Kenya ain't got no confessional scene? Y'all trying to act like Kenya's some kind of ghost or something. Y'all get on my nerves. Y'all get on my nerves. This fake outrage y'all got with Kenya and what happened, like, how y'all gonna have, where's Kenya's confessionals? I don't like this. I don't like this. Where's Kenya's confessionals? And we know if she filmed scenes, she filmed confessionals. Where are her confessionals? That ticked me off. But anywho, as always, all things discussed on this channel are alleged in my very own opinion, and they are definitely for entertainment purposes only. Baby, if you have not subscribed to this channel over here, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Come on and catch the vibe. I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get there, so tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to come on over here and subscribe. Okay? Help a sister out. Help a sister out. Lord, I'm just trying to get to 1,000. I'm just like, oh, this is just becoming stressful. But anywho, back to this recap. So, Real Housewives of Atlanta are back. Then it came in with a bang. Listen, we got Porsha. We got Shamea. We got Cynthia as a friend. We got a new girl, Kelli. We got a new girl, Britt. We got Drew Sidora. We got Angela. I think that's everybody. And we got Phaedra, who's I think gonna come closer to the end because y'all know she had slid on off of that Married to Medicine, which she wasn't supposed to be in no way, but that's another story for another day. We just glad that Porsha that Phaedra got on out of there because that was never where she was supposed to be. Anywho, so listen. They start the episode off with Porsha basically kind of working out, just kind of giving an overview of where she is currently, and the fact that she is going through this divorce with Simon. You know, I find it interesting that Porsha signed back up to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, right? Porsha signed back up to be on Real Housewives of Atlanta, supposedly when her and Simon were still in a good place. And so when everybody heard that Porsha was coming back to Real Housewives of Atlanta, everybody thought they were getting a soft girl in the house, wife, mother, whatever, Porsha. Porsha had quit all her jobs and was like, I'm here being a wife to my African king type of thing. And it seemed like a little while after that, then we get all this right here going on where they're going through a divorce. I feel like they brought Porsha back though to get that soft life, to get that married life Porsha, to get that version of Porsha. And that's why they were kind of bringing her in to be that center peach, right? And now that she's going through a divorce, we ain't getting what we getting. We're not getting we getting the same. We're getting the same Porsha we had before. And who wanted that? Nobody. Do y'all think Bravo would have still brought her back if she was going through this divorce or it was already divorced? I feel like that's the question. Because I just really feel like what they brought her back for was to see this Porsha that she was portraying to be with Simon. I don't know. I just feel like we're getting bamboozled, y'all. But anyway, we're getting this divorce Porsha with all this drama. Okay. Then we get to Shamea. Shamea basically is, let's just keep it real. Shamea is basically everything that I think Porsha is trying to be, or that Porsha wants to be. And that life is the life that Shamea was going after and was wanting for herself. And she just wasn't able to get it. Okay. She wasn't able to get it. And yeah, that's, because Shamea got the I think Nigerian husband. He caters to her, he's taking care of her. She has this big, beautiful estate. All this, she has got wealth, honey. She has got wealth. And I think I think that's where Porsha was trying to get to, because they were all like best friends and they were hanging out doing all these couple things. And yeah, I think she saw what was going on and how Shamea was living. She's been with her husband 10 years. They've been married 10 years. And you can't tell me that Porsha wasn't looking at that like, oh, that African man is taking care of you. He got you. And she may have thought that because Simon was African, that it was going to be the same. You can't covet. You can't covet. And I feel like there was a little bit of coveting that Porsha was doing. But, I could be wrong. I've been wrong a time or two in my life, so I could be wrong. But, yeah. But Shamea has two beautiful little girls. I think she said through surrogacy. And so, yeah, she's got a very bubbly, funny personality, outgoing personality. She seems like a fun girl. She talked about how her and her husband met and how they met at Rose Bar in Atlanta. I've been to Rose Bar in Atlanta, honey. That Rose Bar in Atlanta is a time, years back, but it was a time. It was a time, even when I was there. Okay, a time was had. And she talked about how, the first time that she went to his house, she met him that night, went to a cookout at his house to hang out. They all hung out. She ended up having to stay over because I think her car wasn't there. And at the end of the day, she ended up pooping at that man's house the first night that she was over there. And from then on, the next day, he still wanted to date her. So she said the next time she went over there, he had wipes. So they immediately had a connection, which is awesome, because it is nothing like meeting someone for the first time and being able to just be yourself out the gate. Because who got time to be, you know what I'm saying, sending the representative out to fill in for them first few months of trying to fake the funk to get to know somebody. Honey, this is what's going on. This is what's happening. Go right out the gate, so you already know what you're dealing with. So yeah, I like Shamea, and I honestly think that Shamea could possibly upstage Porsha and end up Center Peach. And that's just me. That's just, I'm telling you that. Shamea is the glue. And she said as much in her confessional. Shamea knows everybody. Okay? Shamea is friends with the new girls, Kelli and Britt. She's also friends with Porsha, and she's been friends with Porsha like all their life. They've been best friends like since they was kids. So through Porsha, she's friends with Cynthia and Kenya. She's the one, and she met Drew. She did a film with Drew back in the day, and that's how she's familiar with Angela. I'm just saying, Shamea is that person that know everybody. She said they call her the Atlanta best friend because she know everybody. Shamea could certainly be that center peach. I could see it. I could see her upstaging Porsha. I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna see how the season play out. Maybe when Phaedra comes and is incorporated in, it could, the dynamic could shift. We know that there's gonna be a rift with Porsha and Shamea. And at the end of the day, what I don't want to see happen is a friendship like theirs, people who have been friends as long as they have been friends, for them to fall out about this show. These reality shows have a way of affecting friendships and marriages. So at the end of the day, I hope that it doesn't affect Porsha and Shamea's friendship because they've been friends way too long. So then we get Drew. Drew's outside playing with her kids, doing the thing, and we get Kenya. Kenya comes over with Brooklyn. And so Kenya asks about Ralph, and that's when Drew shares with her, they still going through the divorce, and that Ralph had been court ordered to and had to move into the basement. So him downstairs. Ralph is him downstairs by court order. He has a whole separate interest he has to go through. And these two can't even talk to each other regular, like on just regular telephone or whatever. They literally have to communicate through an app. And the judge can see everything and can use it in court. How toxic have these two got that they can't even talk to each other? And everything has to be recorded through an app. Like they got to communicate through text through an app. Like what? What did we miss? What went on with these two? She can't go down them steps unless she lets him know, and she have to leave the house at certain times during the month, I guess, to give him full privacy. Like it's the weirdest situation with their divorce. It's crazy. Drew said she had did 5 movies. She starts talking about her music, and she talks about how she opened for Tank in Chicago. Well, when she say that, Kenya's like, oh yeah, I love Chicago because I'm from Detroit. That leads into Drew mentioning Dennis, and Kenya's like, what Dennis? And she was like, Porsha's Dennis, and she tells her. Drew tells Kenya that Dennis been helping her with her music. What? And Kenya's sitting there looking like how all us looking, because we like, when did the hot dog king start being Jermaine Dupri or Jazzy Pay or shit? I don't know. They talk like anybody. What is he doing? Doing some music. Out of all the people in Atlanta, it's Atlanta. It's producers on every corner. It's people that tied into the music industry on every corner. Out of all the damn people you could get to help you with your music, you go get the hot dog king. You go get the hot dog king, Drew. So Kenya's like, well, how do Porsha feel about you working with him? And she was like, so Drew's like, oh, she was like, girl, yeah. Now that answer sounded weird to me, and it had to sound weird to Kenya too, because she was looking like, girl, what? And so she starts, Drew goes on and is talking about how with everything she's been going through, Dennis has really been her saving grace and her angel on earth and this and that. Huh? Dennis? Girl. Dennis? The hot dog king. Girl. So Kenya asks, well, if he do music, he's so into music and this is his passion and this and that, why he didn't help Porsha when she put out her little song? Y'all remember her little song, Flatline. And then Drew was like, well, I don't know when he really got serious about it, when it really started. And remember, Drew be lying. All right? We know Drew be lying, and we know Porsha be lying. So this is going to be interesting, because they're going to be trying to beat each other lying, I think. Because both of them be lying. Okay? They're going to be trying to beat each other lying about what's going on. I can already tell. I can already tell. So then when Kenya brings up the whole, is Porsha okay with it, this and this and that, then Drew says, well, then it said he did talk to Porsha about it to get her blessing on it and this and this and that. Okay, so Drew, is it that Porsha said, girl, yeah, okay? Or is it that Dennis said he talked to Porsha to ask Porsha for her blessing? Like right there, which one is it? Because you said you told two different versions of that in that same setting, in the same conversation, in them same few minutes. So which one is it, Drew? The people want to know. We want to know. Which one is it? Okay, then we get Kelli. I'm going to tell you right now. Kelli looks very plastic to me, and Kelli looks just like Mia from Potomac, which also gives plastic all the time. But yeah, Kelli looks plastically like a blow-up doll, plasticky. Like her, I don't like it. That's all I'm saying. I don't like it. Plastic face, lips, everything, real plastic. Anyway, she seemed nice, but she plastic. I don't like it, y'all. So she's having a tea party for her daughter who's turning 17. She has 4 girls. Her 17-year-old is her firstborn. And she's going through a divorce. She's been going through it for 2.5 years. She was married for 11 years and had the 3 youngest girls are with him. And she alludes to, that they're during when she filed for divorce, right, before she decided to file for divorce, it become unsafe for her. She went through months of hell with her soon-to-be ex-husband, that there were times when the police had to be called and get involved. And so that's unfortunate because it sounds like there was definitely some stuff like there were some scary situations she was going through with him. And so I do hope that all has since been resolved and that, that she is doing okay. I still stand by, she looks plastic as hell though. And I don't like it. And so she has her own business, which is Nana's Chicken and Waffles. It's named after her grandmother. And yeah, she has she says she's trying to build her waffle empire. Okay, she sells different foods tied to the Chicken and Waffles empire, and she has a cookbook out. So I mean, she out here doing her thing, and that is awesome. I think it is awesome. She's an entrepreneur. She's doing her thing. She's raising her girls, and I salute. And at this point, she's a single mother. I salute her for that. She gifted her daughter Chloe 17 different gifts for her 17th birthday, which I thought was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So, yeah. Then we get Porsha. Porsha's at her lawyer's office. She's utilizing Randy again, which is the same lawyer she used when she divorced, or when Cordell divorced her in the previous season of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She says this time she was smarter. She had a prenup in place, and she just starts again talking about all the stuff she's going through with Simon now that she has filed for divorce. They talk about the cease and desist that Simon filed where she can't film in the house, and she's saying, that's not right because they both have a 50-50 interest in the home. But she says the reason why she's divorcing Simon is she basically started hearing, realizing that he'd been lying to her about a whole bunch of stuff. And when she started paying attention to certain stuff, like when they go to the airport, they always have to be in the secondary line and things like that. When they would go on trips, she found out that, basically he had been into some fraud stuff, some scamming stuff, some identity questionable stuff, some things with his citizenship, just different things. And to protect herself, she basically was like, she had to get out of it. In a nutshell, to protect herself, she had to get out of that marriage. And while she was talking to a lawyer, she said that one of her joys was getting up, seeing what she could do to make Simon happy. Porsha, we don't believe you, girl. Ain't no way you was waking up looking at Simon saying that. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And if you was lying to him and lying to yourself. Girl, ain't no way. I ain't even gonna spend no time on it because you thought you had married the bag. That's all it was down to, Porsha. You thought you had married the bag, girl. And I get it. But them tears and this and that, if you crying, it's because you realizing you did not marry that bag like you thought you did. And now you got to get your ass back out here and try to get to another bag. Okay? Let's be clear. So then we get Shamea, Kelli, and Britt. They are going out, looks like, for a little dinner. It looks like they're having a dinner date. And they start talking, and we find out that, Britt has a husband that just updated her ring. She had a 7.5 carat, and now she has a 10 carat, and she was showing it on the in her confessional. I wasn't feeling that. It was kind of cringe to me, but hey, she's new. I think she's gotta fill it out and see it, whatever. I don't know why that was necessary. Anywho, Britt apparently is or was an insurance agent. That's how she met several people that she knows, and I think that's how she met Kelli. And you can just tell that Kelli and Britt, they some hot girls. They be drinking, they get wild, they tatas be out, they be outside. They some outside girls. So that's the feeling I get. But they also give me Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and I'm not gonna hold you. This scene very much gave Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. Yeah, it gave that. And that's not necessarily a bad thing yet. We got to let the season go on just to see if it keep giving that. We're going to see. And so they're talking about Shamea's party. They asked Shamea who's all going to be there. Shamea, of course, says, well, my best friend Porsha will be there. She's going through a divorce. Britt, is pretty much like, I'm sure Porsha's going to come out on top. But that damn Kelli said, well, she really probably shouldn't have took that girl's man. Listen, I feel like Kelli just said what everybody was thinking for the longest time. And I think it just needed to come on out, and it just needed to be said to get it on out there. It ain't got to be no running theme for the whole season, but it needed to be confronted. It needed to be, talked about, and just get on out there. Because we all thought it. We all said it. Porsha took her big booty self over there to that woman's house and was bouncing that big ass around that pool in front of Simon, acting like she had never met him and this and this and that. And before you knew anything, that man was getting divorced from Fallon and married to Porsha. Okay? You ain't gonna never be able to convince me that Porsha didn't know what she was doing. You will never be able to convince me. And I know what it. Porsha wasn't friends with Fallon. They wasn't this. They wasn't that. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. Porsha knew what she was doing. She was in that woman's house. She was in that woman's house, in that woman's pool, around that woman's husband. And Porsha knew exactly what she was doing. Sorry, not sorry. And it needed to be said. And if it hadn't been Kelli, somebody was going to say it. Because ain't nobody seen Porsha since all that happened. And this is Porsha's first season back since all that happened. And now you going through a divorce? And you think somebody ain't finna come and say it? Somebody was going to say it. Like, yeah, ain't no kid gloves here. Let's go. Why you take that woman man? It is what it is. It is what it is. Call a thing a thing. Put it out there. That's what I say. So I ain't really mad at Kelli. And you know, right now, the verdict is out on how I'm gonna feel about Kelli and Britt. Okay. But I don't see nothing wrong with Kelli asking that question. Like I said, it ain't got to be a running theme for the whole season 16. But yeah, somebody needed to ask it because the whole world wanted to know. Shamea was like, being the best friend that she is, you know, she took up for her girl and was pretty much like, whoa, wait a minute. Simon and his ex were separated. There was no crossover, this and that. Yeah, Shamea. We get it. That's your best friend. You gonna speak up for her. Yeah. But your best friend knew what she was doing. All right. I mean, and I get it. If it was my best friend, I'd do the same thing. I don't care. I don't care. And the sad part about me is, even if my best friend is wrong, I'm still standing 10 toes down with her. I'm not gonna check her in front of you, but when I get her by herself, when we by ourselves, then I'm gonna talk to her and let her know, best friend, you know that shit was wrong, right? You know what I'm saying? That's how we would handle our stuff. But I would never let you be words out here get one up on me and my best friend. So nah, Shamea is doing what a best friend do, and you cannot be mad at her for that. So she basically told Kelli, don't go off what these blogs saying and what you hearing the word on the street and what people saying. Get to know Porsha for yourself before you form any opinions about Porsha. Yeah. So then they get to Brittny brings up the fact that she heard Drew was dating Dennis. I said, Lord, we go from talking about Porsha taking Simon from this girl to Drew possibly fucking her baby dad. Now how we get here? And who said put Dennis in the mix? So Shamea's like, well, yeah, somebody did say that. And she said somebody had told her that they saw Drew and Dennis holding hands in the club. So that leads Kelli to be like, well, Dennis DM'd me when I had posted a picture on Instagram talking about, ain't no way you got 4 children. And it was like a real cute bikini picture or whatever. Dennis, let me find out you out here just sliding in DMs. What did Dennis look like he's sliding DMs? Anybody lie and say he don't needs to stop. Tell the truth and shame the devil. Dennis look like he's sliding DMs. Hot dog king or not hot dog king. From Detroit or not. Dennis look every bit like he slide in DMs. Period. Brittny said she went on one day with Dennis and he brought her way back in the day and said at the first day he brought a diamond necklace. I think I believe it. I think I can believe it. Dennis gives that if you that girl and you a bad bee, he gonna try to lock you down, and I feel like he will try to buy you some stuff to lock you down. So yeah, I could see it. He gives me that vibe. He gives me that vibe that he would try to buy you shit to keep you. So yeah, I think it's true. We get Porsha and Shamea at the strip club for lunch. Remember what I said? Love and hip hop. This is classic Love and Hip Hop. This ain't even classic Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. This is classic Love and Hip Hop New York, baby. Remember? Remember how they used to always be in the strip clubs and shit? When your girl, Johnny, what was her name? Johnny Blaze and Rich Dollars and when your boy, Joe Budden and all them was on that, baby, they stayed filming in the strip club. Don't play with me. I'm just saying. This is straight Love and Hip Hop vibes. But yeah, they in the strip club. Shamea tells Porsha that Simon had texted her that morning, congratulating her on getting a peach. And Shamea basically responded back to him and was like, thanks, bro, but it was supposed to be all of us, this and that. And Porsha was like, what? Porsha pretty much pissed because she's like, he got more things to be worried about than you and this peach and this and that. Because they just not in a good place with the whole divorce stuff. And she tells, Shamea, and you should definitely not be calling him bruh. He is literally Simon. And Shamea's like, I got it. Yeah, let me tell y'all something. Porsha ass is crazy. I don't know why, but just from what I was just talking about with the whole Dennis situation in Drew, that's gonna send Porsha over the edge. And then this whole thing with Simon and the divorce and this and that, that's gonna send over the edge. But do y'all remember when Porsha had her own little show? And remember the whole debacle and the whole fiasco about Dennis's Versace robe and how she did not want to give him back that Versace robe? I just want y'all to think about that. So, something wrong, Porsha. I'm just saying. That don't necessarily go right here with this, but that literally just popped in my head when I was talking about how she, said that to Shamea about something. Like, I just feel like Porsha is gonna be on straight BS this season, and it's all because Porsha ass is crazy. I'm just telling you. Watch and see. So then Shamea tells Porsha what Kelli said about why did she take that girl's man? And she pretty much at that moment, Porsha pretty much done with Kelli right then. She ain't trying to. You can tell she's not feeling that comment. She don't like that comment, and she pretty much like, damn, she don't even know me. That's how she coming in, And she makes the comment that Kelli must be trying to promote her chicken shack. And so Porsha's doing what most people who feel, like the Karen Hoogers and the, how Nene used to be on the time. Now, let me tell y'all something. At the end of the day, I'm Team Nene Leakes when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta. And I know she ain't on the show. And I know she may not never, ever come back on the show. But I will always be Team Nene Leakes. Okay? But I feel like Porsha feel like Kelli is coming for her because she is that girl. She's the face of the franchise right now, and she feels that. And so, yeah. Then Shamea goes on to tell her about the whole Drew and Dennis situation, and Porsha pretty much is like shocked, like she's like her jaw is on the floor, shocked, like what is going on? And she starts talking about how she's been a friend to Drew, she's been supportive of Drew. Drew is an influencer for her go naked hair. And she's just shocked that there could possibly be something going on with Drew and Dennis. What I just say? Now watch how Porsha finna act the rest of the season. And listen, quiet as kept. I don't care what Porsha say. Ever since that whole fiasco with that Versace robe with Dennis's, I've always felt like Porsha still wanted Dennis. And I don't care what nobody say. Because, baby, I didn't give a shit what it was. Whatever you had in my house, if we was together, when that shit was done, get your ish out of my house. All of it. Why was she trying to hold on to that robe, y'all? I'm just saying. Now watch how she finna act the rest of this damn season. About Drew and Dennis. Watch. Then we get Cynthia talking to Porsha on the phone after that, and they, because everybody's getting ready for Shamea's party, and she tells Cynthia about the whole Drew saying that Dennis has been her support and this and this and that, and Cynthia is over there like, what? Mm-hmm. Okay. So then we get to Shamea's house. It's the day of the party. Kelli arrives early because Shamea wants to talk to her. And Shamea basically tells her, that she didn't want no ish. And then she told her girl Porsha what she had said. She said that when Kelli said that, she felt uncomfortable. And so she had to let her go down. At the end of the day, Shamea did what I just say, what a best friend's supposed to do. You don't let it linger. You don't wait. You don't do nip that shit in the bud because you're trying to be friends with both of them. But at the end of the day, Porsha's supposed to be your closest and oldest friend. So you got to pick where your loyalty is. And to me, that right there lets you know where her loyalty is. She can get along with all these other girls, but when it comes to your loyalty and whose side you on, I feel like Shamea is always gonna be on the side of Porsha. That's what I think. Now this whole season might blow up in a totally different way, and we will see. And she basically told Kelli, she don't want to be in the middle of no shit with her and Porsha. And she's like, if you got questions about Porsha, ask Porsha from now on. Period. And that's how best friend moves. Get on out the way. Because what needs to be understood is that if anything happen and y'all got some nuck and some butt, we gonna gang you. Kelli gotta understand. Shamea and Porsha will mess around and gang her. Okay. And I think Shamea was just trying to make that clear. If I gotta pick a side, it ain't gonna be yours, bitch. Okay. So Cynthia arrived. She talks about how beautiful the house is and how, it's called Sterling Hall. And it is that house gave everything it needed to give. It's a beautiful estate. Angela Oakley arrives with her husband, Charles. She says they've been married 8 years. Then they get there and let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I did. So then, they've been married. Angela and Charles have been married 8 years. Then we get Kelli and Cynthia meeting. And, Kelli tells Cynthia about what she said and how she asked why Porsha took them in. And Cynthia was like, oh, Lord. Because Cynthia already know how this shit finna go. She been around. She is Real Housewives of Atlanta OG. She already know this one comment finna blow up and it's finna be an issue for damn near the whole season. Brittny and her husband arrived. His name's Mike. Mike. I ain't gonna say nothing about Mike right now. Anyway, then Drew arrived. Okay, when we find out that Drew and Angela share the same hairstylist, and they're both from Chi-Town, so they have like an alliance. You can already tell they're real cool, and they gonna have an alliance. Okay. And so then we Cynthia and Drew, they do their greetings and all of that. And Cynthia's pretty much like, girl, I got so many questions. And Drew's like, I really know, type of thing. So they're outside. Apparently it's really hot. Angela is having a little wig malfunction, makeup malfunction. The lace is not lacing, not laying like it needs to. And Charles, being the dutiful husband that he is like, baby, you need to go check that out. And he's like, you need to go in the bathroom and check it out. Let me tell y'all something. Get you a husband that's gonna pull you to the side and say, baby, go fix that. Them the type of men you want, not them ones that's gonna let you walk around looking crazy in front of people or berate you too loud or make comment. That man right there, Angela, girl, I hope after that night when you got home you took that wig off, you handled your business with Charles. Cause Charles, after that, Charles needed some mouth and lip service. You hear me? Cause that right there was I'm telling you, that was good looking out. He said, baby, go in the bathroom and fix that. Go head on. And he did it so tactful and respectful. I love it. I love it. And he's a handsome older man. Yes. I like Charles. So Kenya gets there and she starts speaking to everyone. And they start talking about who's divorced, who's married, who's this, who's that. And they start talking about Britt's ring. And Britt starts explaining that this is her second ring. Now, I think this is where the rift is going to come in. The start of the rift between Kenya and Britt. And I just want to say, if this is the segue to that, it's stupid because the way the ring was explained was dumb and unnecessary. No one knew that it was the second ring. Why did you point out that it was the second ring? You could have just said, this is my ring. No one needed to know that he had upgraded your ring. They had never saw the first ring. They didn't know anything about an upgrade or that it needed to be upgraded. So the segue to that is dumb. And so if that's what caused this whole big thing, they got Kenya. Well, we ain't getting no Kenya confessionals, and we gonna have the whole whatever after whatever episode. We ain't gonna have no more Kenya. This shit is stupid. It's stupid. I'm just saying, because this shouldn't have even been. This was dumb. I'm trying to. It's like Britt was looking for shade from Kenya. This, and I know there's a lot of editing that goes on, but it gave that Britt was trying to have a problem with Kenya. That's the vibe I got. Y'all gotta let me know, y'all though. So Shamea comes out in this beautiful blue dress. Everybody looking around because Porsha ain't there yet. Shamea comes out an hour after her party started, and Porsha was still not there. Late. Porsha was late as hell. Did nobody know where she was? It was kind of crazy. So anyway, Britt goes over there and tells her husband that Kenya was kind of standoffish with her. Britt, where you get that from? Said she don't need to be worried about her ring because she don't even have a ring no more. She don't have... Y'all see what I mean? It's like Britt was trying to start a fight with Kenya. That's what I saw. I don't know what nobody else saw. And I'm not Team Twirl. I ain't never been Team Twirl. I ain't never even really just seen it for Miss Kenya. However, I can call it spade a spade. I don't see where Kenya did anything. So I'm confused why Britt was over there telling her husband that Kenya was standing. How? She don't even know you, girl. So how's she going to be standoffish with you when she don't even know you? The husband seemed a little sweet to me. But we'll revisit that later. I'm just saying. So Shamea ends up getting gifted a Rolls Royce for I think it was a cullinan for her birthday. Beautiful automobile. You hear me? Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, this is, just, yeah. While she's in the car, she didn't, now first, before she get in the car, she done twerked on the car. Shamea is a party girl. Shamea is definitely a party girl. That's why she met her husband in a Rose Bar. Now, I don't think she's still out there partying, but Shamea definitely is a good time girl. Um, and yeah, she's a party girl. And she likes to drink. Yeah, Shamea likes to drink. But anywho, um, when she's sitting in the car with her husband, they get in the car and Porsha arrives late. Porsha about 2 hours late. And yeah. And I think they're trying to make Porsha being late the beginning of the rift between Porsha and Shamea. Listen, when Porsha goes in to help Shamea change out of her clothes, she apologizes for being late, says she was late because of traffic. Shamea was like, well, there's really nothing we can do about it now. You can tell she was kind of frustrated. I think Shamea knows her best friend. I think Shamea knows her best friend. Yeah, like Porsha was wrong. And Porsha knows she was wrong. Porsha ain't just moved to Atlanta. She know how that traffic go. Porsha know what time she need to leave her house to get to her best friend's house on time. Hell, she should have been there early. Porsha should have been the first person there. Porsha should not have been trying to make an entrance at her best friend's house. And I don't know that she purposely was trying to make an entrance. But at the end of the day, I do think that Shamea knows her best friend. And so, again, I hope they don't make this into a big thing because it don't need to be a big thing. Well, we'll see. We'll see. So then we have Kenya and Cynthia talking, and Cynthia's basically explaining the whole Kelli comment and the drama that is now starting up with Kelli and Shamea and Porsha. Mm-hmm. When they're all walking back inside, Britt, she doing too much, y'all. I'm telling you, she's trying to start with Kenya, and it was very obvious. She goes to Kenya and asks for a hug. She's like, "Can I get a hug? Because I saw how you greeted me." Kenya was like, "What you mean how I greeted you? What you mean?" And she was like, "Well, you were hugging everybody." She said, "I haven't hugged nobody but Cynthia, and that's because that's my best friend." Brittny came in to this situation coming for Kenya, and it's clear as day to me. So then she said, Kenya's like, y'all two come here talking to Brittny and Kelli to me. Y'all already starting, come here. So she goes sits on the couch with them and asks Kelli about the issue with Shamea. And Kelli, of course, told her what she said about the question she asked of why did Porsha take that girl's man. And while she's saying that, of course, Porsha arrived. Porsha arrives and come over there and sit down. It's going to be too much, y'all. So, Kelli, being, you know what I'm saying, who she is, asked Porsha to her face. And Porsha got mad and avoided the question and didn't answer it. She was offended. She told the girl she didn't know her. She didn't even know her name. She didn't know nothing about her. She didn't want to talk to her. She didn't answer the question. Porsha said Kelli is weird. That she just coming in like that, greeting her like that. Porsha. you didn't answer the question. And I think we all think we need you to answer the question. Now, we know you're going to lie and continue with the narrative that you didn't take Fallon's husband. But go ahead and go on record and answer the question, Porsha. Put it to rest, please. So then, you know, they get upstairs and all the ladies are up there and they decide to shift it over to Drew, and they start talking to Drew, and Porsha talks about how Dennis invited her to Drew's birthday party. And then Shamea feels like that's a perfect opportunity to ask if Drew is dating Dennis. Porsha gonna get on our nerves this season, y'all. I think Britt gonna get on our nerves this season. I think Shamea gonna end up being center peach. I'm trying to figure. I think Cynthia is definitely needed because I feel like Cynthia needs to be a voice of reason. I do. I feel like, and she's the only one that's gonna be able to maneuver with all these ladies without being too messy, over dramatic, and all the foolishness. Cynthia's gonna be level headed, and yeah. And they gotta have somebody like that because I'm telling you, these new ones is coming in hot, and these old ones is like what? And I think that's what got Kenya caught up because I feel like she went over the top because she was trying to secure her spot because these new girls coming in hot and heavy. And that's just the first episode, y'all. And we already saw sneak peeks, but I'm not going to even talk about them sneak peeks because nope. And it's like they putting out so many sneak peeks. And I've heard the ratings came back and the ratings weren't the best. So we're gonna see, but we're gonna see, y'all. I don't know. I think they centered it around Porsha, and I don't know if that was the best, but I know that they were already committed to it because when they picked her up and brought her back, she wasn't going through a divorce. But Porsha probably knew she was finna be going through a divorce. All right, y'all, that's all I got. Drop down in the comments, let me know what y'all thought about the first episode of season 16, Real Housewives of Atlanta. What y'all think about the newbies? What y'all think about the fact that they did not have no confessionals with Kenya? That is really, really that ticked me completely out. What y'all think about how Britt coming in hot? What y'all think about Shamea? Do y'all think Shamea's gonna end up being that centerpiece? I'm telling y'all. Cause who else would be sent? Cause I don't think Porsha gonna work out as being centerpiece. Porsha is cray, y'all. Y'all know that. Anyway, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. Turn on those notifications because I'm posting every day. I'm posting something every day, and you need to be notified when I post. Okay? Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to check me out, and I'm going to holla at y'all on the next one.